Miscellaneous minds, never explaining the minds. Devilish grin for my alias, aliens who respond. Peddling sin, thinking maybe when you get old you realize I'm not gonna fold or demise. I don't smoke crack, motherfucker, I sell it.
What is going on, everybody? This is the Miscellaneous Minds podcast. I'm your co-host, Pumar Gato, the cat that hands you your ingrates back. And to my left or ear is the main man, Sistanero, the man that makes the fat stacks. Together we form that dynamic duo that won't die. Deadly ideas, broad and spice your content. They're your girls' only fans. What is going on, everybody? Before we get into tonight's topic, please make sure to like, comment, hate, subscribe, DM us about the bullshit. And with that, let's get right into it. So, something that popped up on the news feed during the Thanksgiving week, Pokimane. Couple different things that came up with her, and we're not here to so much to discuss what she did in reference to the product she put out. We're more here to comment on her comment about the way people responded. So, as a lot of you know, or may not know, Pokimane put out a cookie product that was basically a carbon copy of another product that was already on, basically slapped her name across it. My man here has worked at a particular liquor emporium where basically celebrities do the exact same thing. You know, there's already an existing product, they slap their name across it, start upcharging. I'll let him talk about that. The beef that we had is not so much with that in particular. The beef that I had with this scenario was shortly after she got a negative response, obviously because people were basically saying, hey, look, you did this product, you didn't change anything, it's the exact same thing. It's bullshit, blah, blah, blah. And then she came out in a video and she said, look, if you're broke, why don't you just say that? You broke boys just need to say that you're broke, that type of thing. And here's my beef with that. These are the people that you're selling to. These are the people that you're trying to get to buy your product. And your response to them is, if you're broke, just say that. In my eyes, you're a fucking ingrate. Now, over the years, we have, in private, have commented to each other on the type of person that Pokimane is. We believe she's a sheep's in wolf's clothing. You know what? Let me step back. I believe she is a wolf in sheep's clothing. The reason I say that is because I think she gets away with a lot of things that is a pretty shitty person thing to do. And basically tries to play it off as like, oh, you know, I'm not that type of person, blah, blah. Listen, I don't care if you're a shitty person. There's plenty of shitty people out there. That's not a particular aspect of just, you know, Pokimane. It's an issue that she tries to play off, but I'm just a nice person, but I'm just responding in this particular fashion. It's not really that I'm a shitty person. It's that I'm a great person, but, you know, you guys forced me to act this way. Again, there's a lot of shitty people. There's been times where I've been a shitty person. So I'm not here to persecute her for being a shitty person. I'm here to persecute her for trying to play it off as that's not really who she is, when it kind of seems to be a character trait. Bringing us back to this exact thing. Again, there's going to be plenty of people. If you choose to be an online personality, if you choose to put yourself in the public eye, you are giving up a certain amount of privacy. You're giving up a certain amount of understanding that you're going to be talked shit about, no matter, even if you do something great, people are going to talk shit about you. Now, the concept of having this really shitty personality and trying to hide it with this whole playful individual thing, that's what really gets to me. Because again, these are the people that you're trying to sell to, your audience. And to call them broke boys and blah, 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 how are you going to disrespect your audience? Now, again, don't get me wrong. I understand they said shitty things about her, probably, but here's the thing. Just be honest. Just be like, yeah, you know what? I did just relabel the product. I might have added a hint of vitamin D, which I believe is like the singular difference. But again, just be like, yeah, I did it. You can choose to buy now. If I came out with a product and I just basically copied a different product that's already on the internet, and someone said, hey man, you just copied it. I said, you're right. The only thing that I really did is put my name on it. Here's the thing. You can choose to buy it or not. You don't need to be a punk about it. You need to be a shitty person about it. And again, I have no problem with the initial shitty response. It is what it is. I think she's a wolf in sheep's clothing. I think she hides a lot of her personality to think she's in, oh, look, I'm a cutesy little internet girl. Ha, ha, ha. She tries to play it off as an individual, which a lot of these individuals do in different ways. But again, not the problem that we're talking about here. It just, these are the people that you're trying to sell a product to. Why be shitty about it to these people? All you need to say is like, hey, this product might not be for you. That's fine. That's perfectly okay. There's a difference between standing up for yourself in a scenario where you did absolutely nothing wrong. But again, somebody actually analyzed the product. It basically has the exact same amount of servings, the exact same amount of.
No, not entirely.
Okay, well, I'll let my man here talk about that part. Basically, it was pretty similar to what the previous product was. It just had her name on it. Before I jump too much into it, I'm gonna let my man here jump in because apparently he has a little bit of information that I don't have.
Okay, yeah. So I know you told me not to talk about the cookies, but I feel like it's actually imperative to actually want to talk about this. To bring it right back around into my main point. Now, a couple years back, Pokimane actually criticized another streamer, another infamous clip that was out there in the ether. It was a streamer basically saying, I see you guys are watching my streams, but I didn't see a single one of you donate. How do you not have $5? If you don't have $5 and this is your main source of entertainment, you should be out there working so that you can give me $5 in order for me to entertain you. I'm out here busting my hump, and you guys don't have $5 whole for you to donate. You should be out there working. To which Pokimane rightfully criticized her and saying, look, some people don't really have that much to afford, like TV or anything like that. They don't have any much of subscriptions. So sometimes they will come onto Twitch, watch their favorite person, their favorite entertainer, their streamer, whoever you want to call it, and basically say, look, this is my main source of entertainment, is watching other people play games that maybe I can't afford at the time, or just me watching them talk about sort of things. So to her come back around and basically say, oh, you guys are broke. How can you cannot afford cookies? There's another important thing about that. Another important thing about the cookies itself, and that you didn't necessarily look at the cookies. So again, it happens every single time with celebrity endorsements. Celebrities will try and slap their name on an already existing product. It happens all the time with tequila, with whiskeys. It happens all the time with certain products like energy drinks and all that. It's not that uncommon. I'm not really pissed so much insofar as that. What I am pissed about is that the actual product that Pokimane decided to slap her name on top of already existed, but it already existed in a larger quantity. Granted, the cookies themselves were already kind of pricey, but I think the original base serving size was about 12 ounces. Pokimane, however, not only slapped her name on it, but also decreased the serving size to 7 ounces, but was already putting up a little bit of a jump price hike in that to compensate for that.
See, I think maybe that's where you confuse my point. I don't disagree with that. Don't disagree with that at all. What I mean is the actual makeup of the cookie. The actual makeup of the cookie is the exact same. I understand that the packaging was different, but what I was saying is I actually watched a video where a guy actually went in and did a line by line comparison of, for example, the calcium that was in it, the vitamin D that was it, like each individual line that was in it, and it was like an exact copy. So that's what I'm talking about. You're right. The serving size was brought down, but or what she was selling it for, the size that she was selling it for got brought down. But the actual makeup of each individual cookie was basically the exact same thing. I'll let you keep going.
But yeah, the point that I wanted to bring right back around was that, again, compared to her criticizing that one streamer for saying, look, some people really don't have that much money on their hands. Sometimes they just want to have entertainment on hand. Some people don't have $5. Coming back around and not only introducing a product of arguably inferior quality and adding a price hike to that. We talked about it on a couple streams ago where companies are introducing inferior products but somehow upping the price hike, doing nothing substantial of change. Our last apartment, again, did nothing of note. Maybe change a light bulb here or two for the streetlights outside, and somehow we're expected to pay $60 more on top of that. How is it not any different from saying, oh, I'm gonna slap my name on top of this already established cookie brands, cut off a little bit of the serving size, say I added something, sell it to you for $2 more. How is that any more different? And how is that any more hypocritical for you to say, how do you not have $5? How is that any different?
I completely agree with that point. And listen, I think a lot of these big streamers, a lot of these big internet personalities, at a certain point forget where they came from. And what I mean by that is, there was a point, keep in mind, where you were broke. Now, don't get me wrong, I know not all of them were broke. I know some of them came from wealthy families and became even wealthier, so on and so forth. But a lot of you guys were broke. If you go back to some of the original, streams, some of the original casts that these guys did, they were broke. So for people like this to be coming out here and condemning those that are in a position that they were in maybe a long time ago now, but at one point they were in that is hypocritical in my eyes. And again, the number one reason we started this podcast is to point out the hypocrisy in a lot of people's arguments. And again, listen, I'm not one to say that I haven't had hypocritical arguments in my life. I have. But whenever I see them, I try to correct them. And this is the problem with people like Pokimane. They make the argument that she made against that one streamer saying, "Oh, if you don't have $5, go out there and get some money to pay me," that type of thing, and then making the exact same argument in a slightly different facet. Years later, just shows the hypocrisy on it. And here's the thing. Again, I honestly don't care. She wants to hawk a product that was already there, slap her name on it, and charge a bunch of extra money. That's fine. I have no problem with that. That's called capitalism. That's perfectly okay. The reason I don't have a problem with that is because, look, if people can and cannot buy it. It's that simple. You can choose to purchase a product just because she slapped her name on it, and you can choose to not buy the product for the exact same reason. You can say, I'm not going to be part of the issue here. I'm not going to let you swindle me for more money for a shittier product. That's perfectly fine. Just like it says perfectly fine to say, I'm going to give this person that's already rich even more of money so they become even more rich and I become even poor. That's perfectly fine too. It is your choice and you have that right to do so. My problem is her response to her audience. Stop disrespecting the people that put you where you are. The only reason you are where you are is because the people that you choose to insult on your stream put you there. Respect that. Stop being a punk about it. I don't give a fuck if it's Pokimane. I don't give a fuck if it's fucking Fresh and Fit, if it's Albert Preach, I don't give a fuck who it is. If you're disrespectful in a way that is not deserved towards your audience, you're a punk. And here's the thing. Maybe these streamers will say, someday, Jesus, if you are a big enough streamer, you will have the same. That might be true. But guess what? Not there. So right now, I can criticize all the fuck I want. Anything else you want to add to that, my man?
I got it, fat of me.
With that, like, comment, hey, subscribe, DM us about the bullshit, and
until next time, get rest and stay blessed. We'll see you on the next one.